Before we hit the sun-baked crops of Wiltshire in search of a roebuck, we're chilling at the Manningford trout fishery, fed by the pristine waters of the River Avon. It's one of Mark Bellamy's favourite haunts, and he's invited fellow Shooter King ambassador Paul for an evening on the bucks. First, it's about winding down.
Name your spot.
Winding in a trout.
Oh, that one last cast.
Somebody said that fishing was supposed to be relaxing, but...
I'm finding it quite stressful right now.
Yes.
This is not what I expected.
This is the warm-up for the Roebucks.
Is it?
Yeah, it's getting nice and relaxed.
Okay.
Chill you right out and bide a bit of time. And yeah.
Improve your communication skills with the Roebucks, is it?
It's to put out the good vibes.
Is it?
Yes.
Get in the zone.
Get in the zone. No, we're always going out rushing, David, so we thought we'd come and have a little bit of a nice bit of relaxing.
You've been here for hours, haven't you? Just arrived.
I haven't done any of this business for like 20 years. So that means I must have done it when I was 18.
Yeah, leave that.
Under pressure now, look, you better catch his chin. Oh no, he's dropping it in there nicely. This is called a Roebuck.
So this is Paul's choice.
Looks like David.
It looks like my microphone.
It could be, actually.
What starts out as relaxing ends up being stressful, with the desire to catch a trout becoming more and more important. One last cast, one last cast.
What about the last go?
And another one. Just one more try.
Never give up. It's dark. We have got to shoot a Roebuck on now.
It ends up with Fen from the fishery casting for Mark and Paul to try and land something. It's a sterling effort. As Mark had caught a rainbow earlier in the afternoon, we call it a day and think about calling a buck.
Time's marching on, Mr. Children. What's the plan?
Well, I think we're going to go for a Roebuck now. So we go from these to these.
Ah, I like it.
Mark's ground is vast, in terms of acreage and also size of field. He often needs to take long shots here. He hopes that right now the roe will be switched on to the call, if he doesn't lose it.
Get a call here.
And you've got some big ground here, Mark, so obviously you're spotting them from many hundreds of metres off and trying to pull them in.
Yeah. Call them with a bootalot in your hand like that, and once you get them in closer, just put it into your pocket, just softens it a little bit. I find that works. But like Paul said, if you try to keep giving it someone they're running in, you can spook them and they'll just run off.
Yeah. Don't think I've ever stalked in this type of ground. I mean, it's different, isn't it, from woodland stalking? Very.
Yeah, it's very open ground. It's surprising how they just turn up, because obviously you've got all the rough stuff around the edges, as you can see. They'll just turn up from anywhere. So.
But a good population on here.
Yeah, there's a fair few. There's a couple of good bucks. There's two main bucks that hold this ground, so. Hopefully one of them will turn up today and you'll be able to see how good they are.
Oh my God, you've been working on your calls.
Some old boy gave me this. I was in the cafe having a breakfast and he said, "Oh yeah, Paul Children, have a go with this. I've designed it." So yeah, it's quite good actually. Quite muffled and quite good for closer stuff.
That sounds like Piggy or Porky.
Porky, yeah, Porky, the pig. Yeah, it's a little
It
squeak.
does sound like it's just out of a toy.
It is out of a toy, isn't it? So it works. Well, I haven't actually used it yet, but
It doesn't work then. You don't know it works.
I can make that work. Trust me.
There's nothing showing for us on this side of the farm apart from a keen doe. Dropping down to the other side, Mark spots another lone female. A buck rises from the tramline. And now our challenge is to get close enough and high enough to see enough of the buck for a shot.
She's on us.
The wind is pushing down the field. Mark and Paul feel that it's at an angle that won't spook the deer.
It's gonna be close.
Might just cut the corner there if we stay.
Yeah, here we go. Oh yeah, that next crop. Yeah.
Down there.
Yeah.
As we drop into the crop, the doe clocks us. Paul keeps the buck in play just long enough to take a shot.
That was a
Excitement.
very quick shot there, Mr. Kilder.
Did you get on camera?
Yeah.
That's all we had, wasn't it? That was our window.
It's a good book, that was.
Lovely colour.
Yeah. That's so funny. I see a weird. I shot a buck on Tuesday night. I shot him. I squeaked him in and he come and I shot him right above the Adam's apple. And he did exactly the same. To me, it just reacted very strange. How he fell.
Perfect in the
Right in the back, yeah. But I see him, he jumped right. And I thought, I was on him, but.
So I think what it was is as he
was going to go.
As he turned, as he was going to run, you shot him, and it was straight in the middle of the back.
Yeah, which made him pounce anyway, yeah.
Shot.
Thanks, my friend. That was fantastic.
Opportunity.
It's-
Haven't had many, have we?
No,
Usually you get it too, do you?
Oh, yeah. I'm not even shooting.
it's funny, isn't it? It's just it's great, isn't it? Not being funny. It's been difficult. That's what it's about, isn't it?
Yeah.
Trying to get round
More
it.
rewarding.
Yeah, definitely. And not being funny. We've gone quite a strange one. We could have tried to shoot him straight across on the track,
Yeah.
but we actually stalked down into him, got into him, and
And the way the wind's blowing just off the corner,
I know,
just in the
just-
right position where it's not blowing
Yeah.
straight on top of him.
and she was on it again, as they always are.
His eyes and ears, aren't they?
Well done.
Very good.
You sure you got that on film, David?
Definitely.
He's the man for that. That's one thing he's actually good at. Fair play. It's actually really difficult though, getting stuff on film.
Yeah.
Actually, as in like getting the shot or seeing the animal, because not the time you take somebody trying to show them the animal and trying to like say, I did actually say you got it, David, didn't I?
I'm not sure about that one.
I did say that then.
But I didn't know what I mean, I thought you were going to call it, but
I did,
yeah, it ran away.
to stop it.
Stop him.
It went in the opposite
Because
direction.
what you find on here, they have like a limit of like
Yeah,
around
push.
about 250 yards, and if you go
Of course.
past that line,
Yeah,
they run. And you know, like most deer, they run and then they'll stop and
Yeah.
turn around to have a look at you. They don't need, they just run
Yeah.
and run and run.
So
and
you're
run.
mainly long range stuff, are you?
Yeah, I do a lot of long range stuff, yeah. Well,
Okay.
as you can see.
yeah.
Apart from when I bring Mr. Childley down and it's always within 100 yards.
That's because we've got stalking skills to get him, bring in the old. Brilliant, cool.
He needed to have confidence in his Sako S20 and the 6.5 power blade ammo to take a shot like that.
Yeah, he's a strong buck, isn't he?
It is a lovely 6-pointer.
Exactly where I put him.
Yeah. And it's hit the spine and it's come out the side.
Yeah,
That's just as he turned, wasn't it?
that side look.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, that was a very small window.
It was a small window, yeah, and a small target, as in like,
When you look from where
yeah, going facing away.
I mean, one thing you have said is the copper is really, really accurate.
Yes, I would say to anybody using copper, just pinpoint your shots a bit more. Don't just, not that we just throw it at things, but when you're using ballistics, you tend to get a little bit, especially when you're culling, you need to shoot a lot of animals. You're not pinpointing every single shot. You bang, bang, bang. Whereas there's not much room for error, I don't think, with copper, but it is very accurate. So
So to celebrate, Mr. Bellamy, you've got a treat for us apparently.
I have,
This is
yes.
the only reason I'm here, you know that.
Oh,
don't you?
right, okay. Yeah, I have. I've got some venison and stout sausages that I've made by myself.
Venison and steak or
Stout.
Stout
Venison
sausages?
and stout sausages, yes.
oh.
From a buck that was shot off this ground, so very nice they are indeed.
Oh yeah.
So
do you spend a lot of time sort of creating up these recipes, or?
No, I
Butcher
use
does
I use a mix from a company called Wiltshire.
Yeah.
They do good mixes, so I use a mix from them and just knock them up and put a bit of weight on.
It's quite heavy actually.
Back at the car, David asks Mark to name his favourite Shooter King kit. Mark has been working with the brand for years.
So, Hunt shirt. I love the shirts, they keep you really cool. And Venison trousers, what I've got on now. The kit that I've got on now is lovely for the summer.
Okay, this isn't prepped, is it? You just come out. This is
what.
So why those trousers?
Because they're really light, really comfortable, soft, quiet, which you need when you're stalking. Yeah, they're great. I love them.
Okay, winter clobber.
A silver suit or a Venison.
When you say silver suit,
yeah, so
that's
silver.
not you dressed in tin foil.
No, silver trousers and a silver jacket. Done stalking in them, flying goshawks in them. Great. Been to Ireland on the bogs. They're just great gear.
Okay, thank you very much for this evening. Was there ever any doubt that we were going to get one?
No, they are about, but with the crop up, you've just got to work for them. So it's a little bit harder, but we got one, and I got a trout for you as well for dinner. So
thank you.
No problem.
Now, on to a sensitive but important issue. Paul arrived late today because of a tick issue, which David wants to explore further.
Hi, Mr. C. Mark said there's a very low tick burden here.
Yes.
But we were talking earlier, so you had maybe a slightly more tick burden than this particular Roebuck. Can you? We need.
You said you weren't going to bring it up. You said you weren't going to bring it up. Yeah. So basically, to say this.
This is not funny. This is not funny.
No. So basically, I'm really sensitive when it comes to ticks. I'm quite cautious. I tuck my boots in, toes in the boots. I did spray myself tonight. I always do. And when I'm out stalking, just on my legs, and I've got very sensitive skin. I've probably had in my life probably 20 ticks on me. Considering the job I do is minimal. That's ones that are dug in, and none of them are really. I'd probably had 2 that are dug in properly. But tonight I had a surprise when I went for a wee. There was one on the end of the John Thomas. Which not funny.
That's sensitive then.
Yeah, well, no, clearly not. I think he probably took on more than he can handle. I try to make a joke of it because it's quite embarrassing, but I'm basically saying this because it is important, and it was so small, the tick, David. There's so many jokes in this, I know, but it is important because if I didn't remove it, then there's obviously a risk of.
That would have been.
Of.
Wow.
Yes. So yeah. So basically, it's really embarrassing, but I'll take one for the team just to get it out there again and check your bits.
So was the
clearly. Go on. Want more details?
Well, no, only because obviously you have the tick removal kit.
Yes. This was that small. The tick, David. The tick. The tick was that small. I had to use tweezers.
This is serious.
I know it's serious, but it's quite good because we're talking about it, which is what you got to do. Yeah, removed it. Luckily, it didn't make much of a mark. And yeah.
Wow.
So
were there any mouth parts left in it?
No. That I could tell. But it's, yeah.
I filmed with Roy the other week in Hampshire. He phoned me and said that he'd found one on his John Thomas. Well, he actually said meat and 2 veg.
Yeah.
So you just got to be careful, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, if you're not sure, get somebody else to look for you. Oh dear, this has got endless bits on it. But yeah, just to be fair, if they're middle of your back or your belt line or back your knee, sometimes you can't take them out, and you need somebody else to a wing.
How many people did it involve today then?
2.
Is that including you?
So there you have it. Check and double check. You don't want a tick to ruin your day or your sausage. If you're looking for new or used hunting gear such as sticks, clothing, or maybe Paul's Sako S20 setup with the Zeiss V8 scope sitting atop and Stalin moderator on the end, Then head to kitfinder.co.uk where dealers all over the UK are ready to respond to your kit requests. There's a link in the description below.